to choose more worthy allies after marching with Sharpton in Selma. President Biden is being urged to choose more worthy allies after marching with the Reverend Al Sharpton in Selma, Alabama on Sunday. Biden marked the 58th anniversary of Selma's Bloody Sunday, where activists chanted for voting rights as they crossed the historic Edmund Pettus Bridge. Selma is a reckoning. The right to vote, to have your vote counted, is the threshold of democracy and liberty. With it, anything's possible, Biden told the crowd. This fundamental right remains under assault, he said. The conservative Supreme Court has gutted the Voting Rights Act over the years. Since the 2020 election, a wave of states and dozens of anti-voting laws fueled by the big lie and the election deniers now elected to office. Sunday marked nearly 6 decades since the late Representative John Lewis, Democrat Georgia, and hundreds of Black Americans were beaten by Alabama state troopers trying to cross the same bridge in the name of voting rights on March 7, 1965. President Lyndon B. Johnson introduced the Voting Rights Act of 1965 8 days after Bloody Sunday, calling Selma one of those rare moments in American history where history and fate meet at a single time, and he signed it into law later that year. Biden introduced legislation in 2021, named after Lewis, which included a new, expanded formula that the Department of Justice could use to identify discriminatory voting patterns in states and local jurisdictions. It passed the then Democratic-controlled House, but it failed to advance in the Senate. Biden shared the stage in Selma with Sharpton, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, the Reverend William Barber II, Representative Terry Sewell, D. Alla, and Martin Luther King III. Sharpton, a weekend host on MSNBC, has a checkered past when it comes to accusations of anti-Semitism, most notably in New York City during the late 1980s and early 1990s amid strained relations between Jewish and Black communities at the time. Sharpton was blamed for fueling the violence that led to the stabbing of a Jewish rabbinical student during the Crown Heights riots of 1991, and he later led protests against a Jewish-owned store in Harlem that was eventually burned down, leading to the deaths of 8 people. Stop Antisemitism, a watchdog organization that tracks instances of antisemitism, urged Biden to pick more worthy allies for future events. Stop Antisemitism is disheartened that President Biden would affiliate with Reverend Sharpton, who has a decades-long history of anti-Semitic rhetoric, the group told Fox News Digital in a statement. There are better standard-bearers for inclusion and freedom than Sharpton, and we hope President Biden will choose more worthy allies in the future. Jackson has had his own troubles with the Jewish community, as well. Louis Farrakhan, a longtime Jackson ally and notorious anti-Semite, came to his defense in the 1980s after he referred to Jews as the derogatory word Haimis. Jackson also came under fire for endorsing the creation of a Palestinian state. That's today's latest news. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment so that this channel can continue to exist. Thank you for listening to the end, and I hope it's useful.